Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Unlike the Sisters, a tale of five Digital Naaris, powered by Thorsbell Studio. I am your Libragirl, the one who thrives on mystery, drama, and everything that gives you goosebumps.
And I'm your Taurus girl, grounded, practical, and usually the one saying, why would anyone go into a haunted house in the first place? But when it comes to Bollywood, even I can't resist a good story.
And oh, today's episode is going to be really juicy because on 17th October, Bollywood is dropping something that we don't see every day, a horror comic movie called Thama.
Exactly. And honestly, that mix itself, horror and comedy together, makes you curious. Like, will it really make us laugh and scream? Or will it end up doing neither? That's what we are here to explore.
Okay, then let's start with the basics. Thama is being marketed as this unique blend of spooks and laughs. It's set in the classic Bollywood setup, a huge old mansion, lots of shadows, creaky doors, and of course, a group of characters who find themselves stuck in bizarre or supernatural situations.
And here's the twist. Instead of everyone running around terrified, the characters actually deal with the scares in hilarious ways. You see sudden jokes, slapstick moments, sarcastic one liners. It's very self aware.
And that makes sense because honestly, we all have those memories where something scary happens, but we end up laughing about it. Like when the lights go out suddenly, and instead of panicking, someone cracks a joke, and that's the vibe of this movie.
Bollywood doesn't experiment with this mix often, so the fact that Thama is confidently entering the space says a lot.
Okay, so if we look back, Bollywood has had very few films in this genre. One of the most iconic ones has to be Bhool Bhulaiya, one of my most favorite. Remember how it balanced tension and comedy so smoothly.
Oh, absolutely. The ghost angle was genuinely spooky, but the comic timing made it unforgettable. Then there was Street, which really proved that horror comedy can click big time with audiences.
Exactly. Sri was brilliant because it didn't rely on jump scares. It gave us satire, it gave us laugh, and it still managed to make the ghost feel terrifying. That's exactly the benchmark for films like Thama.
The tricky part is balance. If a film leans too much into horror, the comedy feels awkward. If it leans too much into comedy, the scares feel fake. So the real challenge for Thama is to find the middle ground.
Okay, so let's talk about the trailer. My first reaction visually, it looks really fun. You have got the creepy aesthetics, dimming light, hallways, mirrors, reflecting things they shouldn't, shadows moving in the background, all the horror essentials.
But then you also have these completely unexpected comic beats. A character sees a ghost. Instead of screaming, he says something ridiculous. Or the timing of a scare is broken by a joke that actually makes you laugh.
And that's exactly why the trailer worked for me. It sets the tone. Don't expect hardcore horror. Don't expect just slapstick. Expect a ride.
So true, and I think the dialogues are going to be a highlight. Even from the trailer, some lines are already meme worthy. I wouldn't be surprised if Thama becomes a social media trend the week it releases.
So you know me, that I love horror. I want that chills. I want the candlelit corridors. I want the tension. And for me, Thama is exciting because it gives me that, but also lets me laugh, so I am not overwhelmed.
Meanwhile, I am the opposite. I usually avoid horror because I hate being scared. But if you give me jokes in between, suddenly it's watchable. Suddenly I can actually enjoy the ride without having nightmares.
So basically, this movie is a tailor made for us as a duo. It's like The makers knew that there is one Libra girl who wants ghosts and one Taurus girl who wants giggles.
Exactly, and I think that's the genius of horror comedy. It appeals to different kinds of audiences at the same time.
And now the hype. People online are talking, and it's interesting. Some are really excited because it feels really refreshing, while others are very skeptical.
That's always the case with experimental genres. Some say finally something new, and some worry it will just be cringe. But the fact that we are even having this conversation shows the movie has already succeeded in grabbing attention.
And also, we need to see that the October release is so clever. It's a festive season, but also a spooky season. Imagine watching Thama during Navratri and Diwali week. You celebrate in the day and get spooked at the night.
Bollywood rarely syncs its horror films with October. Usually they drop randomly, so this feels like a planned cultural moment.
Okay, so let's put our thoughts out there. I think Thama has all the ingredients to be a hit. It's different, it's timely, and it's leaning into the meme culture, which will make it instantly relatable.
I'll say this, if the jokes land, it's going to work big time. But if the humor feels forced, the horror won't save it. For me, it's high risk, high reward.
That's fair, but even it is flawed. I think audiences will appreciate the attempt because Bollywood needs to try more than just romantic dramas and action flicks.
Agreed. And honestly, even if Thama just opens the door for more horror comedies, that itself will be a win.
And you know what's more fascinating? Horror and comedy feels like opposites, but they actually work the same way. Both depend on timing, both depends on surprises.
Exactly. A jump scare and a punchline are structured almost identically. Set up, build tension, sudden release. That's why audiences love switching between laughter and screams.
And culturally too, Indians love storytelling that mixes emotions. We don't like single tone movies. We want masala and a bit of fear, a bit of laughter, a bit of everything.
Which is why Thama might click more than people expect. It's not foreign to us, it's actually very in sync with our storytelling traditions.
So that's our pre-release deep dive into Thama horror comedy chaos, all set to drop on 17th October.
We'll definitely be watching it, and once it's out, we'll be back with a post release breakdown. What worked, what didn't, and whether the experiment was worth it.
Till then, keep your calendars marked and maybe the lights on too.
And don't worry, if the ghosts show up, we make sure to laugh with them.
So we will be back with our next podcast. Until then, signing off, unlike the sisters, the Taylor 5G Digital Naaris, stay tuned.